You're driving down a desolate stretch of highway in the Nevada desert. The sky is pitch black. A single point of light catches your eye, darting across the horizon in complete silence, moving in ways no normal airplane ever could. Your heart beats a little faster. Are you looking at something from another world? You probably think you know what is hiding out there in the dark. You picture metallic flying saucers and green bodies sealed inside glass tubes, but the real answer is far stranger. To understand what you're really looking at, you have to leave the highway and drive deep into the Nevada test and training range. The paved road eventually turns to dirt. The cell service vanishes completely. You arrive at a chain-link fence surrounded by endless miles of empty scrub brush. A white pickup truck sits on a hill in the distance. The men inside are watching you through high-powered binoculars. These are the anonymous private security contractors known locally as the Camo Dudes. They do not wear military uniforms. They do not have name tags. They will not speak to you if you approach them. They simply watch. If you take one step past that fence, you will be arrested instantly. Your vehicle will be searched. You will be subjected to thousands of dollars in fines. Why is this patch of dry dirt guarded so heavily? The location is known officially as Groom Lake. You know it by its cultural title, Area 51. Your brain desperately wants to fill that empty space with science fiction. The truth requires you to rewind the clock back to the paranoia of the 1950s. The Cold War is at its peak. The threat of nuclear destruction hangs over your head every single day. The United States government is desperate to know what the Soviet Union is building. They need a spy plane that can fly higher than any radar can detect. CIA officer Richard Bissell is tasked with finding a place to test this impossible machine. He needs a location so remote that no civilian could ever stumble upon it. He flies over the Nevada desert and spots a perfectly flat, dry lake bed. It is a natural runway hidden between towering mountain ranges. It is the perfect place to build the U-2 spy plane. This aircraft is a marvel of human engineering. It is basically a jet-powered glider. It flies at an altitude of 70,000 feet, far above the commercial airliners of the time. This extreme height creates an unexpected side effect. In the late evening, when the sun has set on the ground, the U-2 is so high up that it still catches the sun's rays. It reflects brilliant silver light down to the dark earth below. Commercial pilots flying over Nevada suddenly start reporting impossible glowing objects in the night sky. They think they are seeing alien spacecraft. The government receives these UFO reports and makes a brilliant, calculated decision. They do not correct the pilots. They realize that a rumor about flying saucers is the perfect cover story to hide their top-secret spy plane. They let your ancestors believe in aliens to protect national security. But hiding one airplane is just the beginning of the deception. The technology continues to evolve. The government starts building aircraft that look less like planes and more like geometric nightmare shapes. They build the A-12 Oxcart, a plane designed to outrun missiles. They build stealth fighters that look like jagged black diamonds. Aerospace historian Peter Merlin has spent decades tracking the declassified documents from this facility. He has documented how the physical isolation of Groom Lake allowed engineers to break every known rule of aerodynamics. They are crashing experimental drones in the desert. They are testing captured foreign fighter jets in secret mock battles. Every time a civilian catches a glimpse of these strange angular shadows streaking across the sky, the alien myth grows stronger. The government stays completely silent. The silence becomes a blank canvas for your imagination. Then comes the year 1989. The cultural perception of Area 51 shifts forever. A man goes on local Las Vegas television hidden in silhouette. His name is Bob Lazar. He claims to be a physicist who was hired to work at a secret facility just south of Area 51 called S4. He tells a story that sounds like a Hollywood script. He claims he was taken to hangars carved directly into the side of a mountain. Inside those hangars, he says he saw 9 alien spacecraft. He claims his job was to reverse engineer the anti-gravity propulsion systems of these crashed disks. He talks about a mysterious fuel called Element 115, a heavy metal that does not exist on the periodic table at the time. Your brain loves a whistleblower. Your psychology is wired to trust the one person who claims to be pulling back the curtain on the powerful elite. Lazar speaks calmly and uses complex scientific terminology. He describes how the alien ships do not fly through space, but rather bend space and time around themselves using gravity amplifiers. The scientific community rejects his claims entirely. Investigators look into his background and find no records of him attending the prestigious universities he claims to have graduated from. But the facts do not matter anymore. The idea has infected the cultural consciousness. Bob Lazar gives you a specific narrative to attach to the flashing lights in the desert. Area 51 is no longer just a military base in your mind. It is the cosmic center of the universe. Decades pass, the base expands, more runways are paved, more hangars are built. The perimeter security becomes a high-tech web of invisible tripwires. The camo dudes now have thermal imaging cameras. They bury seismic sensors in the dirt to feel the footsteps of anyone walking through the desert. They use license plate readers to track every car that drives down the lonely stretch of highway known as the Extraterrestrial Highway. The extreme secrecy creates an intense psychological pressure cooker. You want to know what is inside so badly that the desire becomes a collective obsession. This obsession reaches a boiling point in the summer of 2019. A joke is posted on the internet. It is a simple invitation to storm Area 51. The logic is that the military cannot stop everyone if they all run at the gates at once. It starts as a meme. It quickly mutates into a massive social movement. Millions of people click a button pledging to run into the Nevada desert to uncover the truth. Sociologist Robert Bartholomew studies this exact type of mass behavior. He explains that the Storm Area 51 phenomenon is not actually about aliens at all. It is a modern manifestation of deep societal distrust. You feel disconnected from the people in power. You feel like the government is hiding things from you on a daily basis. Area 51 becomes the ultimate symbol of that hidden truth. By threatening to storm the gates, ordinary people are playfully attempting to reclaim power from a faceless authority. When the day of the raid finally arrives, millions of people do not show up. A few thousand curious tourists gather at the tiny desert towns outside the base. They dress in alien costumes, they hold up funny signs, they run around with their arms stretched out behind them. The military does not have to fire a single shot. The camo dudes simply sit in their white trucks on the hills, watching the spectacle unfold through their binoculars, just like they always do. The event is a massive party, but it reveals a fascinating truth about your own mind. You would rather believe in a grand cosmic conspiracy than accept a boring, bureaucratic reality. The idea of alien visitors gives you a sense of wonder. It makes the universe feel vast and full of possibility. The reality of Area 51 is much colder. The reality is that human beings are very good at inventing terrifying weapons to use against other human beings. The real secrets hidden behind those mountains are not extraterrestrial. They are advanced surveillance drones. They are next-generation stealth bombers. They are electronic warfare systems designed to blind enemy radar networks. The military-industrial complex does not mind the alien rumors. In fact, they benefit from them immensely. Every time a TV crew shows up to film a documentary about flying saucers, the true purpose of the base remains safely hidden in the shadows. The extraterrestrial myth is the greatest counterintelligence campaign ever accidentally created. You are looking for aliens, so you are not looking at the billion-dollar defense contracts. You are entirely distracted by the fiction. Yet even knowing all of this, the mystery still pulls at you. The human brain cannot tolerate a void. When you are denied information, your imagination automatically generates a story to fill the gap. The perimeter fences of Area 51 are not just keeping you out. They are keeping the myth trapped inside. If the government were to open the gates tomorrow and give you a full tour of every single hangar, you would likely feel a deep sense of disappointment. You would see concrete floors, fluorescent lights, and mechanics turning wrenches on jet engines. The magic would be gone. The illusion would shatter. Deep down, you do not actually want to know what is inside Area 51. You just want the mystery to exist. You want a place in the world where the impossible still feels plausible. So the base remains closed. The funding remains classified. The experimental planes continue to launch under the cover of darkness. The camo dudes continue to stare out at the dusty roads, waiting for anyone foolish enough to cross the invisible line. Tonight, you will look up at the sky. You will see a strange light darting across the horizon in complete silence, moving in ways no normal airplane ever could. You will know about the history of the Cold War. You will know about the U-2 spy plane. You will know about the sociological power of mass belief, but for just a fraction of a second, your heart will still beat a little faster. You're driving down a desolate stretch of highway in the Nevada desert, and you cannot help but wonder what is looking back.